I wanted to do a video for the caregiving community. And what do I mean by caregivers? They're people that often put their own needs aside for others. So this could be a teacher, it might be a coach or a counselor, it may also be a firefighter, a police officer, a nurse, somebody that is a personal trainer, a doctor, a stylist at a store, somebody in a restaurant. And it may also be somebody that is just taking care of their family. A lot of people my age were saying we are part of this sandwich generation where we're taking care of children, but then also taking care of parents and other family members. When people are in these caregiving roles, they have a tendency to put others first before their own self-care. This really does create a lot of challenges. So, one of my big things is we all need to put our oxygen masks on first before we help others. And sometimes this doesn't feel possible, right? You might not be working a 9-to-5 job, or when you are, you feel like you're coming home and having to take care of somebody. So it's all about how do you find some time for yourself? And even in some of these different professions, a lot of clients I sometimes work with will feel like, their value translate to how they're doing in their job. I always think for people that are, in a caregiving or helping profession, that performance does not necessarily equal value, because you can do everything right, and sometimes things don't work out exactly the way that you want. And we have so many different ways that we should value ourselves. So I think some of the ways that we can deal with all these challenges are, first off, to make sure that you find a little bit of time for self-care. And this is when I call them these pockets of self-care. So maybe you don't have time for a full workout, but can you get like 5 or 10 minutes in of stretching? Can you sit down and take a little 10-minute break and just have like a healthy meal for lunch, or get outside and go for a walk? Put away that phone when you get home from work. And of course, connecting with your community. Who are the people that raise you up, that make you feel great, that you can call when you've had a bad day, or you can just go out and do something fun and joyful with? Making sure you keep close to those connections is just so important. If you're able to give yourself that oxygen, whether you're a judge, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a stylist, whether you're a cook at a restaurant, you're going to be able to just put so much more into your everyday job, but also support yourself. Being a helper, being a caregiver, sometimes doesn't feel like you can have the balance that you want. And this is where I say, strive for that harmony. It doesn't have to be perfect when you think of the amount of time you spend, but how are there ways that you can feel like you're harmonizing your life? So even when you are at work, are you able to get in a little bit of self-care? Instead of feeling guilty about using your PTO days or your time off, are you able to, take a day for yourself, go to the doctor's appointment, even plan a vacation and plan it far out so you feel like, I have this great thing to look forward to, and I'm doing it in a way that lessens my anxiety. It's so important, for people who live like this to make sure that they really do have some harmonization of all of their different life domains.